God, we thank you for today. Thank you for chapel and just how you spoke to us. I pray that you would reveal to us more of those things that you have to show us. And we do ask for the best gifts. We do ask that you would pour out your gifts upon us, that we would be able to use them and use them for your glory. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so here is what we're talking about today. 2 topics. Number 1. It is quiz day. Quizzes are already printed. They're right there. Yeah. What? It's Thursday. You think I was going to forget? Today's Thursday. Thursday quiz day. Like, come on, people. Okay, so, as a review, this is our 30, 60, 90 triangle. The 30 is always opposite 1. The 60 is opposite square root of 3. Hypotenuse is 2. If you get this wrong still, I don't know what's, no, just kidding. Check it with the Pythagorean theorem. 1 squared plus square root of 3 squared is 2 squared, right? Because 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, so if you put the things in the wrong spots, remember that and you can check it. Also, the square root of 3 is bigger than 1, so it should be opposite 60 degrees. Right, because that's bigger than 30, which is the smallest angle. So the smallest number goes opposite the smallest angle. The middle number goes opposite the middle angle. And the biggest number goes opposite the biggest angle, which is 90. Okay? So those are all good ways to remember the different sides of this triangle. Why do we need this triangle? Because it is important for all of those problems that have, like, use similar triangles to find blah blah. That's when you use this. On your test, that's when you would use that. Also, we will use it to find sines, cosines, and tangents of certain angles. So, with that said, today we are moving on to the 45, 45, 90 triangle. Basically, if you take a square and cut it in half, you get this one, which is the only other triangle that I'm going to force you to memorize. So, if the sides are 1, what is the hypotenuse?
2. Square root of 2.
Square root of 2. Why? Because a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So, you should know that triangle, and you'll be able to do problems like that as well. Here's an example. Use similar triangles to find x and y. Now, what do we notice about this really quickly? And what's your easy trick? These two are the same. Why? Because the angles opposite them are the same. So, in a 45, 45, 90 triangle, you're always going to have 2 sides that are exactly the same, because it's 45 degrees. So, in this problem, which 2 quantities are the same? Raise your hand once you've got it. Which 2 sides are the same? I've got half of the room. Keep going. Take a guess. There's only 3, so pick 2 of them. What do you guys think? Make an opinion. Form an opinion, and then raise your hand once you form it. Still waiting for everyone in class to form an opinion. Yeah. Which 2 sides are going to be the same? It's either x and 7, it's either x and y, or it's 7 and y. That's it. There's only 3 options. Pick one. We have a 1/3 chance of getting it right. Time? Choose. Make an opinion. Jeremiah? Have an opinion? All set?
Yes.
Form an opinion. I bet you didn't raise your hand. It's that complete listening to instructions part. You gotta think. What do you think? Corbin, what do you think?
X and Y.
Simon?
X and Y.
Alex? Victoria?
X and 7.
X and 7. Ooh, we got a different one. Jeremiah? Ty, why is it X and Y?
It's X and Y.
Why?
They look the same.
So if you look at this similar triangle, which 2 are the same? So if we look at this one, which 2 are the same?
The 1 and the 1.
These 2, right? The ones opposite the 45s.
Yeah.
So since it's opposite the same angle, x and y will be the same, okay, on this one. So all we have to do is find one of them. How are we going to do it? We're going to use similar triangles. So draw out your triangle. Notice I had to flip this over. Are we scared? No. If this angle is 45, what's the other angle?
45, 45.
It has to be 45 because they have to add up to 180, okay? So I can draw my similar triangle here and then do similar triangles. Do we care which one I'm solving for? No, it really doesn't matter. But I'll solve for x just because. So this side is similar to this side. This side is similar to this side. So what does x equal? What is x, everybody?
7 squared over 2.
Everybody. Wake up.
7 square root of 2 over 2.
7 square root of 2 over 2. I wrote the answer right there. All you had to do is bring the square root up. Okay? Now, if I know x, because those two are going to be the same, we also know y. Done. All right, moving on. The rest of our lesson involves unit conversions. So, these are easy, and they are easy to mess up. So, we are doing, oh, that's what's hard. Okay, that's fine. So, a new unit conversion that you need to know is that 1 milliliter equals 1 centimeter cubed. 1 milliliter is 1 centimeter cubed. Why is this the case? Because milliliters are a measurement of what?
Water.
Volume. And centimeters cubed is a measurement of volume. So, in a perfect world, okay, so maybe pre-fall, right? Volume should be able to convert to volume. Yes?
Yes.
Yes? So, just because this is a unit of length, when we cube it, we have volume. This is a measurement of how much stuff you have, or still volume, right? You have your 1 liter soda bottle. You can convert that to how much space it takes up in centimeters cubed. That's totally fine, okay? So, add this to your list of conversions that you know. Okay, we know 12 inches to 1 foot, we know 3 feet to 1 yard, we know 2.54 centimeters to 1 inch. We know all of those. This is just another one that you have to use. So we are going to convert 14,000 milliliters to centimeters cubed. Oh, to liters. Yeah, not even that. Okay, so how many milliliters are in a liter? I've got 4 hands, the same 4 hands, 5, 6. Take a guess, 7, 8, because someone raised 2 hands. Still 8? No. Okay, everybody? 1,000. There are 1,000 milli in one of the normal thing. So, we're going to start off with our unit there with the appropriate units. It is always divided by 1, at least in Algebra 1. We'll get where it is. Then we're going to multiply it by the conversion factor. The thing that we want to cancel goes on the bottom. If you guys skip this step on your tests, you lose because you're not showing the canceling. You're not showing your unit multipliers. Okay? So there are 1,000 milliliters per 1 liter. From there, we show the canceling. I even like to use a different color so that it pops. My milliliters are gone. What am I left with? Liters. It's a unit conversion problem, so if you don't give units in your answer, you lose. And I have 3 zeros here, which can cancel out 3 zeros there. That's 14 liters. Box your answer. Okay, let's try another one that is more complicated. So we are converting from 4 cubic feet to liters. So how do you think we get from cubic feet to liters? Well, I don't know how to get from feet to liters, right? That doesn't give me that. So I'm going to put liters way over here. what can I get from liters, right? I have to use that weird one that converts liters or milliliters to centimeters, this guy, because I have to go between like a liquid weight to a normal weight, or a normal mass that we would think of, right? This is like something you measure liquids in, and this is something you measure like everything else in. So let's go backwards. What can I get, or what can I, if I want liters, what do I have to go to get to liters? What unit? Everybody? Milliliters, right? Because we just did that conversion here. We know that one. Okay, so now I want milliliters. I have feet cubed. Do I know feet cubed to milliliters? No, I know milliliters to what?
Centimeters.
Centimeters cubed. Do I know how to get from feet to centimeters? I have to go through inches. Just inches?
No.
No. That is a measurement of length, right? These are inches. That is not a volume. It doesn't take up space. It's just a line. Inches squared gives me area. That's still not volume. That's not taken, like, you're not going to get like, oh, I have 6 inches of Diet Dr. Pepper. Nobody has 6, no, you might have 6 centimeters cubed of Diet Dr. Pepper or 6 inches cubed, but it has to be cubed because it is volume. So, Diet Dr. Pepper is gross. Yeah. You need straight up. Dr. Pepper is like the one where they add like all sorts of things. So you can get like a diet cherry vanilla Coke Dr. Pepper light squared or something. I don't know. What's your question?
Oh, nothing. I still have my hand raised from when you were asking questions.
Oh, okay. That's great. Cool. Got it. All right. So we have 4 feet cubed. What is it over? 1. Now I'm going to multiply that by something to get to inches. If you're wondering how to show your work on these problems, you may write this out so that I can see what you're trying to do. Even if you didn't get this quite right, at least you're showing me how you think you get from one step to another. So how do I get from feet, which means it'll go on the bottom, to inches? There are 12 inches in 1 foot. Now here's the trick. I have to cancel out feet cubed. So can I just put cubed here? No, because there are not 12 inches cubed per 1 foot cubed. That would be ridiculous. But I can put this on the outside, and then they will cancel. Or I can repeat this 3 times, which is what we've been doing up to this point. I would encourage you just to put it outside, but make sure you don't forget it out there. Okay? So, I actually probably wouldn't put it there. I would put it everywhere in here because I'm going to forget. So, yeah, everywhere is good. Just like that. Except for in the bottom of that ship, right? With the guy who got ate by the fish and then spit up. Oh, wait, God was there too. Yeah. He tried though. He really did. He was like, oh, I'll get him. I'll show him. He's not going to be here. What's wrong with you, buddy? Okay, so feet cubed cancel. 1 cubed is useless. Now we have inches cubed. How do I get from inches to centimeters? Well, again, I need inches on the bottom because they're going to have to cancel. And I need centimeters on top. What's the conversion factor? Anna? Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
2.54 centimeters.
Yes, excellent. Why did I change colors? Okay, so we have 2.54 centimeters per 1 inch. Again, do I just want to cancel out 1 inch? No, I want to cancel out inches cubed. So all of this must be cubed. It's the same as us putting that 3 times. Now I'm going to cancel. Inches cubed, cancel with inches cubed. Great. Now I need to get from centimeters to milliliters. It really helps if you write this out. So I want centimeters on the bottom. I want milliliters on top. Do I have a conversion for 1 centimeter to 1 millimeter? No, that doesn't make sense. What is my conversion? 1 milliliter. Notice how I didn't add just cubes everywhere? Because this one includes the cube in the unit conversion. unlike all of these. So this one just is. So I will cancel those. Now I have milliliters. How do I get from milliliters to liters? This guy.
Yes.
Multiply by 1 liter over 1,000 milliliters.
Yes.
If you think you're smart enough to do this in your head, you're not. Show your work. Okay? So now, what is my answer going to look like? Because we're in math class, I don't actually care about the answer. If you're in science class, you need to multiply all this out. So you would have 4 times 12 cubed times 2.54 cubed over 1,000. Is this correct?
No.
No. What's missing?
Unit.
Liters. That's the whole point of the whole problem. That's why we did it, is to put the units there. Okay? So, that is it.